Hey everyone, Trish Condo from Lepage in Caledon. It's not uncommon for this time of year throughout the holidays where people start making plans for the following year. Some people they get together with their families or their spouses and they discuss the goals or any sort of projects that they want to tackle for the following year. Now, one of those things might be that you're planning on moving next year, and maybe you've already had this conversation and you're going to use this holiday time to get the home ready so that when you are ready to put it on the market, it's ready to go. So here's a couple of tips for you in case that's what you're doing over the holidays or any time for that matter. There's 3 things that you should focus on first. Number 1, a fresh coat of paint. We often live in our homes anywhere from 5 to 10 years, and it's very easy coming in and day out, not noticing all the scuffs and bumps and dents in the walls. So you want to make sure that you give the home a fresh coat of paint. It's easy, most people can do this themselves, and it's just a matter of choosing a color that's going to appeal to those buyers. So you have to think about the colors that's going to appeal to the masses opposed to a color that you would want if you were staying in the home. So consider creamy whites or grays or beiges, or even some of the Benjamin Moore colors that are going to be trending in the following year. Now, if you don't know which ones to choose, I'd be happy to help. Just reach out to me and I'll come pay a visit to your home and I'll make some suggestions for you. Now, when you are painting, you also want to consider the trim, the baseboards, and the ceilings. Don't try to skimp out, just do it all in one shot. The second thing that you can do is focus on the doorknobs. So if you've been in your home for a while and you haven't updated anything, it's going to look pretty dated. And a simple thing to change is all the doorknobs leading to a room, or even the doorknob at your front door, because that tends to get worn a lot. People coming in and out constantly, it tends to get a little damaged or loose, or perhaps some of the sheen wears off of it. So consider replacing that knob as well. And also you could do your kitchen cupboards and drawers, and you could also do your bathroom vanities. A very quick fix to bring it up to par for today's buyer's appeal. Now, the other thing, the third item, is lighting in your home. It's really effective. So you want to consider the trends. Again, the metals right now that are popular is black, bronze, or golds. Even mixing the metals, even when we're talking about doorknobs like cabinet doors, mixing it up is very trendy, and it gives a nice effect because it doesn't look like the same thing has been repeated everywhere, but yet it's still cohesive. So mixing those metals is great. The other thing with lighting to take into consideration is the price points. You can buy a dining room chandelier nowadays for $100 all the way up to thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. If you're not staying in a home, you don't need to spend that kind of money, but you don't want it to look too cheap either, where it's going to, the buyer's going to be like, oh, that looks really cheap. Where else did they skimp out? You want to take into consideration the scale of your home as well, because if you're selling a $5 million home, your buyer is going to expect to see at least $1,000 chandelier, not a $100 one. If you have any questions, reach out to me, or if you'd prefer that I come and see your home and make some suggestions for you, I'm happy to do that too. Just reach out to me and I'm glad to help. Take care.